Good evening, everyone. Bienvenidos. My name is Juan Jose Guerra, and I'm the Library Services Director. Obviously, we have two branches, but what is dear and near to me is that this is my library. I live a couple of blocks away, so this is especially important for me, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but thank you for joining us today. I would like to recognize Commissioner Golonsky, who has been an avid supporter of our libraries. Also like to recognize Ms. Illa and her kids from Roca coming over, and they're going to make a presentation after this. Again, this is very near and dear to my heart because it's something that it started about 3 or 4 years ago, and then for whatever reason we changed and we pivoted to a new mentality of having to be community involved. So the idea was, okay, how do we make it community involved? So a contest was brought up, and 3 paintings were returned, and this is what our paintings returned. So that was the idea. Okay, so now we have the idea, and then we've got to make sure that we find a local artist. Personally, I do not know anybody, but I did have an acquaintance by the name of Cande Aguilar, and I followed him, and I asked him, hey, Cande, I don't know the difference between murals and canvas. I had no idea. So I called Cande, would you be able to do it for us? We can pay you to do pro bono. He goes, Juan, I'll be honest with you. I don't know anything about this, but I don't do this, but I have somebody in mind that could definitely help you. And that was when Mrs. Sertuche was introduced. And so we met with her, and once you see the mural, you're going to see how awesome it went. But the most important thing is, this was not my idea. This was the staff. This is one of the first projects that it was not administration's idea. Our staff was involved directly or indirectly, and unfortunately one staff member that actually took the lead, and she's not here today. Her name is Cassandra Mendez. She actually was the one that actually contacted Ms. Sertuche, and she's the one that actually was, basically she pushed me to do this thing. I really had concerns about it, but obviously it turned out pretty good. But thank you for coming over, and I would like to introduce our commissioner, my commissioner from District 1, who has served in our district since 2019. Please welcome her to make some comments.
Thank you everyone for being here. For me, the library means a lot. I come here to print out things, to use the Wi-Fi. Sometimes if I have to do a meeting online, I don't have a wireless at my home. So I use the library, and I love to read books. So to me, since I got elected, the library was going to be a priority. And so thank you to the library staff for really, going above and beyond to make this area so much more special and inviting to the community. So the fact that we have Rosa's, Alejandra's, ¿cómo se? Sí, que hiciste todo esto, qué bonito, porque pues de veras que lo transformaste y lo has hecho mucho más que llame la atención, porque de veras yo creo que por tu trabajo ahora vienen gente nomás para venían a ver el progreso de tu obra. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and hopefully you utilize this space more, because that's really what it's meant for. It's for the community and for everyone to enjoy. So.
Thank you, Commissioner, for those words. It is my pleasure to introduce you, Ms. Sertuche. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I tell you a little bit about her. She is associated with the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts, and obviously through the contest, she was selected through an acquaintance of mine. And she started this project in August of 2022 and finished in January. But now let me tell you from my heart. One of the first things, once we decided that she would be the one, we met in the library, and I think I told her like 4 or 5 times, you gotta make sure that you follow this concept. And then I said, and I quote, pero pone tu sazón. Yes. How many times did I tell you that? Yeah. And then we had several meetings. Alejandra, make sure that you do this, and then pon tu sazón. And see, Mr. Guerra, we're gonna do it. It was so much dedication. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I came over on days off when we were closed and be here with her and her kids because I wanted to make sure that this was done properly. I have a son who's also very artistic, so I know that you cannot rush talent. I know you cannot rush creativity. And Alejandra, she always had a great attitude. She always said, Mr. Guerra, don't worry, I'm going to keep this in mind, and then she did put her sazon. So without further ado, thank you for listening to us, and go ahead and come over and say some funny words.
Hello, thank you everyone for being here. I didn't prepare like a speech or anything, so I'm just kind of tell you a little bit of like what was going through my mind while I was working, or like what happened while I was working on this. I totally didn't think it was going to take me that long to finish it because I had just done a 5-story mural in Matamoros and it took me a month to finish that one. But with this, the difference was I only had access to little spots at a time. I couldn't just paint the bottom and the top and the bottom and the top like I did with the other one. I didn't have access to the whole wall at once. So it took me a little bit longer. The staff was super sweet. Everybody was super nice, super helpful. They were always like helping me either move books or shelves or whatever we needed to move around, offering me snacks. My kids are always participating in the events that they have here for teens and for the kids. I really, really felt a huge responsibility, and I know I've said this over and over with everybody that's asked me about my experience with the mural, but I felt a huge responsibility because it's not just like you're painting, I'm not just painting a pretty picture on the wall, I'm painting a pretty picture on the wall of a very, important space in our community. It's a community space, it's a safe space, it's a sacred space in our community. The libraries are usually a safe space for a lot of children, for a lot of kids that don't have, access to whatever they need at home, or they just need a space to kind of hang out. I saw a lot of that. A lot of the kids that would come to the library would suggest different things, like the tlacuache was, one of the kids was asking me, hey, you need to put a tlacuache up there. Of course I had to, but I wanted to give it my own little thing, so I put it's a possum mommy with her babies. So we have a tlacuachita with her babies. And I get a lot of questions about the ranch style beans can with the cactus. Just so everybody knows, I don't know if anybody else does this. I've seen some people do it, but I recycle my cans and use them as little pots for my plants, so I thought it would be kind of cute to incorporate that. There's little robots I made out of the lights that are around the walls. There's a bunch of little things that I added, like things from like video games and movies and things, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you so much for allowing me to, and giving me, it's an honor to be part of this, Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tuche. We're going to go outside right now. Mr. Tuche and Commissioner Golansky, can you join us for the ribbon cutting? And then after that, if you can stay, Roca and the kids are going to do a presentation, and I would like for you to stay. And then after that, we also have some pan dulce de Ayala and some coffee. So thank you for being here. Again, esto fue de corazón. Se vio, gracias Alejandra por todo. Again, it's awesome. And so if you can follow us to the entrance of the main library, and so we can do the ribbon cutting.
Can we all count? 3, 2, and then she cuts. Yes? Ready? Here we go. On the count of 3.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
sus viejas tradiciones, tú serás la más hermosa de esta tierra de pasiones. Hay una ciudad bonita, su nombre es Ciudad Victoria, capital de Tamaulipas, en la perla del estado, que es mi tierra bendita, marcada por la sierra de los reyes señoriales, y sueña hospitalaria hacia nuestra capital. Que viva Ciudad Victoria, soy puro tamaulipeco, yo no dejo de si puedo, sino porque puedo vengo, donde quiera la un rancho y en cualquier chaparro pierdo. Ay, 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 ay. Dicen por allá en la playa, los hombres de Tamaulipas siempre mueren en la raya. Tamaulipas, tierra viva de las bravas serranías, de las fértiles llanadas de canción y poesía, gaita de sus muchachas que se llenan de alegría, cuando bailan el guapango de canción y poesía, el rasguear de las guitarras, el llorar de los violines. Ay, 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 el bello cielito lindo son las notas musicales de mi lindo Tamaulipas. Ay, 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 tierra querida.
Un aplauso. Classes, we have folclóricos y jóvenes. Aquí vemos a muchos jóvenes varones listos para bailar. We have a great instructor. So our adult classes include guitar, flamenco, folclórico, jazz, and ballet for adults 18 and older. We also have Latin rhythms, and that's also open to the public. So we include everyone. We're very inclusive in getting everybody. So we are also here with our conjunto program. So you'll be seeing some more kids coming in.
¿Te entregas a dar un